So hi, my name's Brooke. I'm definitely not as smart as all of you guys are. I'm like probably in the middle. I'm from Connecticut, Manchester. And I'm in seventh grade. We recently moved to South Windsor. So this is gonna be my first time ever presenting to this group. And I'm really excited and nervous at the same time, but I'm really happy to be here. So thank you guys for having me here.
How did you hear about the group, Brooke?
So we went to this the radio museum in Ellington, and then we looked online and there was a robotics thing in the back, and then I'm like, oh, let's go check it out. So then then we met Jake, and then he gave then I presented with nothing. I was just telling them about what I had planned out, and they wanted me to present around the world, and so here I am now.
And I hear that you have a 3D printed violin. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
I do not have a 3D printed violin, but I do have a 3D printed like guitar type thing.
Okay.
So it's not printed yet, but I'm gonna get that done soon. I'm just finishing up the final details with the minifigure that comes with it. But yeah, I've been working on a 3D guitar. So
Oh, what inspired you to do that?
so I've been playing actual guitar for about 1 year now, and I've been inspired by rock bands. Like I'm wearing a Poison t-shirt right now. And my parents take me to rock band concerts. I got to go see ZZ Top, Poison live. And it was really fun and cool. And I got to see Jeff Pitchell from the Shaboo All-Stars. And he gave me his vocal teacher's phone number because I'm trying to get into a rock band right now. And I'm gonna be a lead singer for a rock band. So I've been working really hard, and I just love having my parents support me and having like everyone support me for what I love to do. And this is my second hobby, 3D printing, really.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think the band, I'm from Pennsylvania, and Poison I think is from York, Pennsylvania. I think they got their start there in the 1980s. So
Yeah,
they
I listen to
transcend.
really old music.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember being in college and Poison was out, so that'll be great. All right, well, we can get you started. Brooke, you can go ahead and share your slides,
Okay.
and we're excited.
Maybe we'll have the chance in the future to hear you here in gift. That would be great. Have you already given a concert?
So yes, I have performed at Guitar Center. I performed Journey Don't Stop Believin'. I was the lead singer, and we only had 8 minutes of band practice.
Wow. It would be great if we had the chance in the future to hear you here in gift. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
I honestly am doing a new song. I think it was Aerosmith, Train Keep a Going or something like that. I don't know, but that's my new project to start working on with the guitar and singing. So
well, I love Aerosmith, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe, oh.
So this is what I've been working at school. So this is my slide. It's only 3 slides because I didn't really have much time to do it. So great ideas that are cool in Tinker Cad. So what I've been trying to do was planning out or sketching, trying to find an image or a flat dog or like any animal into an STL file to import into Tinkercad, which is what I use for 3D printing. And then trying to figure out what to make the STL file into a good creation that I can try to probably make it on the market and sell it to people. I haven't tried that yet, so I'm just waiting for that. And, you know, and then the third step would be making copies of the original, testing out which way works the best for the 3D design that I want to try and put on the market. And then the fourth step would be making sure that all the numbers and calculations are correct for the placements and for the design idea to fall into the sketch that fits in better other ideas. And then examples, I've been working on a few. So if you want to make a flexible cat on Tinker Cad, then you would have to get an STL file that can make the cat shape easier to create. Then I have to start from scratch, but you can challenge yourself if you want to, but it will be harder to get that cat shape for your flexible cat because it would just be easier to like import one of these pictures, because it's like you're just adding joints and you're making it to the right size and the right height that you want it to be at. If you want to make Scooby-Doo as a flexible dog, then you would have to look up photos of Scooby-Doo, find your inspiration, and then put it into your own mind and create something that stands out for your imagination that you think will be great to like either to make a present for someone or to put it online, you know. So I only had time to make 3 slides. It was like kind of hard. So I'm gonna show you what I've been making. So I made this. It's a flexible dog that I've been working on for about a week now. I have it 3D printed with me, but I'm gonna look through the steps first about how I got it to this point, and then I'm gonna show you the flexible cat that I 3D printed to show you how I created that. Then I'll show you guys the 3D models. So this is the first one. I think that I kind of had to like rush it, but overall, it took probably 5 tries of 3D printing this to get it correct, because as you can see, all my mistakes are over there. I actually printed out the 3 mistakes that I have right now with me, and then for the cat, I only made 1 mistake. So I have that with me too, so I can show you guys how the process went and all that. So yeah, this is 3D dog that I made. Where is this one? So this is the flexible cat that I made. As you can see on the other side, I was like grouping together all the stuff that I need to make the joints, which are able to make the cat and dog move. Because if you don't have those joints, then it would just be solid. So the joints help the cat actually have that kind of movement that you want to, like, you imagine it. Like, you know how a cat tails like moves, so it's like very flexible and flimsy. So that's what the tail and the whole entire body is, because cats are very flexible. Dogs, not so much, but I still made it into that kind of flexible stuff. And then another design that I've been working on was Jeff Pitchell into a bobblehead. So this is like the kind of crap version of it, I would say. But I tried my best. This took like over 2 weeks. The guitar itself took like about half a week, maybe even a full week. I don't remember. But the guitar itself, without the hands, probably took me 5 days, a week maybe. And the hands just took me like 2 days to make, with the guitar pick and everything. Then the actual bobblehead itself took me about 3-4 days, so it would be like over a week in total. And this is a school project, believe it or not, for a grade. And so I've been trying to make the 3D model into a 3D printer, but I didn't have time to do that yet because I've been so busy with like 3D printing the dogs and the cat. that I'm not able to 3D print this like yet until probably Tuesday, because there's no school Monday for us because it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then this is like frankly fully it. So now what I am going to do is I'm gonna go back. So I'm just gonna stop sharing. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna get to my 3D designs that I did. I'm gonna show you the first fail, the second, then the third, then the final result. So this is the first fail. As you can see, I think it's like too bright. But it's like, it came out at the right consistency, but it took like 4.5 hours to 3D print. Let me just see if I can take my background off. Yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know how to change my background because I'm new to all of this. But I'm gonna try my best. So the first fail was like not really the best, but I tried my best, and it's, as you can see, the joints are not big and you can just open up like that, and it's supposed to be connected. So that was oh, that was actually fail 2. This is fail 1. So this one was way more thicker than the first one, and it took like 5 hours to print. So and then this is very, very like tiny and very delicate. This one probably took like 3 hours to 3D print. But it's very flexible and the spaces of the joints are just too wide and I had to restart. So then the final product is this. So it's perfectly movable. It's a perfect like thickness, as the joints are perfectly aligned. And this one took about 4.5 hours to 3D print. So this one is the final result of what I made, if you can see it. And then now moving on to the cat. This is kind of adorable. So this is the kind of fail. It doesn't move really. It can break really easy, so I had to super glue the tail back together because I tried moving it and it broke. So yeah, this is like the kind of fail. It took like probably an hour to 3D print because it was so small. But this is the final result. It's like perfectly flexible. The cat's tail is perfectly flexible and the head is even movable. And if I can possibly get this on the market, then I could, like, you know, try to make some kids happy. Like this could be like a little toy for them to play with or something, or it can be an invention that they can use, or like something that they could put to their imagination that can make it better. And then my final presentation is something that I made in one of my classes that is a project that we have to do. It's not 3D printing, it's actually woodwork. And for woodwork, this took me 3 weeks to do. And I had this Mr. Gork's class every day so I can make this perfectly, but I didn't have enough time. So I had to duct tape the wheels together because duct tape's the best answer when I had to glue it for 24 hours to dry. But this is what I made out of wood in 3 weeks. All of this I handmade, handcrafted, and it was really hard. But the sanding was horrible. I could barely breathe, but I went through it. And it took me like a long time because I had to restart multiple times because it takes me a while to get used to it, but it was my first time woodworking, so. But yeah, that's all I got to present today. Any questions or comments?
First of all, I would like to congratulate you, Brooke, because you said you were new. And I found that all the things you presented were so good. You're so creative. And also the way you presented, I mean, you are a very good communicator. It came through very well. So thank you very much and congratulations, first of all. And then you said this was part of a school project. Which class was that? Because it seems that you have a very encouraging teacher that fosters or boosts your creativity. Do you always work with?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you always work with projects, or do you follow a book with contents? How does it go?
So so these are all like kind of school projects. The dog was like a completely random idea that I just got. I'm like, why don't I make a flexi dog? But the flexi cat was a 3D project that I made in 6th grade. So this was like this is about a year old. And I really liked what Jim said about reusing plastic bags to make like the 3D printed like plastic stuff to make it a 3D printer. So I'm gonna have to look into that more. And so this is a project. The car is a project because you get graded on it. So there's the metal room with Mr. Wilkinson, who is my teacher right now, who I have him. We're doing a solar powered metal car and we're making it from scratch. So we have to use all metal parts. We do welding, we do filing, we do designing. We have to like design it. Then he stays after school and spray paints them to the color that we want. Then we get to design them, decorate them. Then we're gonna have a race to see which one goes faster or slower. And then we get graded on the assignment for what we did, what went well, what went wrong, what we did to persevere through those obstacles to actually get to where the vehicle started. So the wood vehicle, there's a nail imprinted in here, right there. And then there's this elastic that you have to put on this part. Then you have to put it over the nail. It's not a slingshot. But you did have the option to make a catapult or a car, so I chose the car. And then you turn the nail backwards, and then it's like a pulley car. So it's like, you know those like so you move the car backwards, then it like moves forwards. That's what this kind of is with me. So yeah, there's different classes. There's 3D design, there's woodwork, and there's Mr. Bottolato, who I don't know what he does, but he used to do a club where you get to build guitars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many
wooden stuff.
How many people are on your solar car team?
So it's not really a team, but it's like groups projects, but you each get your own individual car.
Oh, okay.
So my friend, so 2 of my friends are with me, so we're like a 3 group thing. And then there's like lots of other kids in like the class, like probably 21 kids.
That's awesome. Which is your favorite so far? Which way of working and designing between all the different mediums you've had?
Honestly, probably 3D design, because like it actually like shows like it actually like expresses me in one way where like it shows how like awesome it is to like be doing 3D designs and like coming up with ideas that can possibly turn into inventions, which could lead into like helping kids that are disabled or like people around the world. So
That's awesome. And I agree with Belen. I mean, your presentation was just had me captivated. I was hanging on every word, Brooke. It was really great. Really, really impressive. So I want to ask you more about your 3D printing. What would you want to do next with that? What do you have in the works?
So what I wanted to do was, so my idea was to ask one of my teachers, the woodworking teacher and then my metalworking teacher, if I can try and actually attempt to make a guitar body, and then I can 3D print the plastic stuff for the guitar that does like the tone and the volume and all of that. So I can actually try and make a guitar as my final project before I leave for high school, which is Rockville, which I want to go to because of the agriculture program.
Oh, that would be awesome, because that way you could combine both your big hobbies, right? Because you like playing guitar, and if you could build your own guitar, that would be fantastic. Yes. Is agriculture also one big hobby of yours, or what do you see yourself doing in the future?
So honestly, I don't know what I see myself doing in the future. Probably on a stage rocking out or something like that. I honestly don't know. But for agriculture, I just love working with like animals. That's why my 3D projects are like kind of animals. And my original design for the car, the wooden car, was a dog wooden car. So there was a dog on top of the car, and then there will be wheels around the dog. So it can like go fast, and then you just pull the dog's tail, and then the dog would like launch off with the guitar. I mean car, not guitar. And it was really hard to make the car because I had to restart like 5 times because I kept drilling the wrong hole into the wood. As you can see, there's a hole in the wood, probably right there, from a mistake of me drilling the wrong way. And then it was hard to like make the little holes for the car to be able to have that slingshot movement and having the wheels be attached to the axle.
It is very nice that you tell us that, because you're just proving what Jim said before a couple of minutes ago, that if you try hard enough, if you're passionate, no matter how many mistakes you make, at the end, if you're passionate enough and if you believe in what you do, you are reaching a great results. And this is what you just proven by showing us your invention. So that is saying that to other people, you can inspire them. So thank you for doing that.
I try to inspire people, but I've been being bullied for like possibly 5 months right now from me playing guitar. And it's been really taking me a toll on me, but I'm just putting that all behind me and I'm just moving forward.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Brooke. That's just awful.
It's like, I'm kind of used to it by now, even though no kid should ever say that. But I stand up for other kids. I help other kids get through their problems, and I make sure that everyone is welcome in my arms.
That's awesome. Brooke, I had a question about your future guitar that you're going to make. How do you think it'll sound in comparison to a regular guitar? How do you think it'll affect the sound?
It depends on what metal I use for the strings, because I will never use nylon strings on a guitar because that will hurt my hands more while playing. And nylon strings can break easier than metal ones. So it depends on like what kind of metal I use and what I do for the bridge of the guitar, and possibly for like all of the like bridges and all of that for to hold the actual bridge on the guitar. which could change the sound, and then tune in pegs. So that depends on what kind of metal I use.
What are the options for different kind of metals for strings? I don't know that actually.
I actually don't even know that either. So,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do more research on that, and then I'll come back to you guys. Is it next week or next month for this?
Brooke, we have one question from YouTube. Somebody wants to know, how do you think 3D printing technology will impact musical instruments?
I think that you can honestly save kind of a little bit more money because if you go to like a guitar shop and then you can buy the new the body cover for the guitar, that's the plastic part, you could just 3D print that. Even though it would probably take long time, it will still be worth it in the end because you're saving money and you can just make it homemade. And it's gonna make way more easier, even other than guitars, like a bass or lots of violins or like anything, like even a flute or something like that. You can just 3D print that. Then you can just go off the real bass thing, then make it from there.
I see here the next gift is going to be on April 15th.
April 15th, okay.
Yes, yes.
I have a question for you, Brooke. It's a little outside of what you're doing, but have you played around with artificial intelligence and in any of these regards to your designs or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was asking. What do you, I don't know very much about it. I should know more. Do you know, what do you know about artificial intelligence in this space?
I honestly don't really know a lot about that. I'm really bad with vocabulary, so I honestly do not know what artificial intelligence mean, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a design tool where the robot kind of does the design for you. And it's brand new, and I'm with you, Brooke. I haven't played with it yet, but it's a brand new tool that's kind of taking the creative lead on some things, and it's a robot that's basically doing it. And so I was just curious to see if it's something that is you've talked about at school or anything like that.
No, we're just doing our projects and all of that hands-on stuff, lots of hands-on stuff.
That's awesome. Okay.
I need to get my brother ready for this
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you so much. You are so informative.
He's just getting ready right now. He's getting all of his stuff that he's gonna present.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Brooke. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, guys.